Unsung Heroes, the story of America's female patriots continues.
One of the arguments against the full integration of women into the military was that argument about what happens when they become a prisoner of war. And then there's a story of Rhonda Cornum, who was a flight surgeon on a helicopter, and she was shot down, and she was captured.
Well, I didn't know how badly I was injured at the time, but then some guy reached down and stood me up. That dislocated my already broken arm. And then I kind of looked around and took stock of myself, and I had 2 broken arms and a bad leg injury, and I'd been shot. These guys just took off my helmet. That's when they knew I was a girl, because my hair came out. And took off my flak jacket and my weapon and took my wedding ring. And then they grabbed me by the hair, and then they dragged me down to some bunker and to get interrogated. Well, at that point, I thought I was the only survivor. And there was an 8-man crew. And there was this group of Iraqi guys standing around, and the circle of them kind of opened up, and they threw me in the middle of it. So I went to my knees. And once again, you got to understand, you got 2 arms, you can't catch yourself. I was happy I didn't fall on my face. And I looked up, and there was Sergeant Dunlap. And I've never been so happy to see someone in my whole life. But at this point, the guys take out their pistols and put it in the back of our heads, and they start shouting, and we think they're going to kill us. And you don't know it's a mock execution until the gun at the back of your head gets clicked, and it doesn't blow your head off.
To be a prisoner of war is a brutal experience, and it's very hard for people like you and me to understand what it's like to have everything you believe in, everything you do every day taken away from you, and to have your life minute by minute in control of an enemy.
We had been thrown in the back of a truck to get taken to wherever we were going. Turned out it was a jail in Basra. And so there was me and Sergeant Dunlap and about maybe 6 Iraqi guys. And as we're bouncing down the road, one of them decides that this is his opportunity to molest me and tries to unzip my flight suit, puts his hand down my shirt and tries to get my whole thing off, and I can see what's coming. But it hurt so bad when he tried to get my flight suit off my arms that I screamed. And he stopped. It was really obvious at that point that it was not an acceptable behavior for anyone, and if I was going to make noise, he wasn't going to do it. So it's an unfortunate and very negative thing, but it's just another bad thing the enemy can do to you. They can do a lot of bad things. They can shoot you, they can kill you, they can torture you, they can do a lot of bad things, and this is just one of them. I thought it was interesting that all of a sudden people asked what I thought about women in combat. Because there seemed to be a lot of attention being paid to the fact that, I had, in fact, been in combat, gotten wounded, gotten captured, gotten out, and what did I think about that experience? And I think there was some hope in some factions that I would say, oh, we should never let women go. I thought exactly the same thing I thought before, that you set the standards and whoever meets them does what they want to do. And so if that's not what you want to do, then don't join the military.
These are the latest pictures of the dramatic rescue of Private First Class Jessica Lynch.
I find this argument insulting, this argument that, well, women may be captured or women may die. I find this insulting to men.
You're doing great, Jessica. You're doing wonderful, okay? Welcome back.
It's as if a man's life is less valuable than a woman's life.
So we're going to go to Kuwait, okay?
I would hate to tell some mother that her son was more expendable than another woman's daughter. I've always known, especially being in aviation, that I had a high likelihood that I would be shot down behind enemy lines, that I would be captured. These are all occupational hazards of the job I chose to do. Those are the conditions of war, and I chose to be a warrior.
Have you written a book and want it published? Thousands of authors have with Page Publishing. If we decide to publish you, your work ends and ours begins.
Call for your free author submission kit. Attention military service members. If you or a loved one used dual-sided combat arms earplugs during duty between 2003 and 2015 and then suffered from tinnitus, ringing in ears, partial or total hearing loss, ruptured eardrum, you may be entitled to financial compensation. These earplugs manufactured by 3M Company expose thousands of U.S. military service members to damaging levels of sound. Learn more about your legal options. Call Thomas J. Henry today for a free and confidential consultation or go to tjhlaw.com.